Hey y'all, I'm gonna be extremely brief tonight. A friend of mine, someone who meant a lot to me, passed away recently, and it was very difficult for me. The last couple of weeks have been extremely difficult for me because after she passed away, I found out she had been sick, and I didn't even know she was ill, and it bothered me and it disturbed me, and I've really been wrestling with it because I was not there for her. And I didn't understand why I didn't know. I felt guilty because I hadn't called, I hadn't checked on her. And had I called, had I reached out, I would have known. And even some of my other friends said, "But Virginia, you've been doing your own thing. You've been taking care of your sister." I was like, "Yeah, but I still should have known. I still should have known." So I've really been struggling with that. So I went to the funeral today. I wasn't even going to go to the funeral because I had just really been hard on myself. But I went to the funeral today, and her brother eulogized her. And he spoke from his message was, the tent has to come down. The tent has to come down. And he just talked about how while we're here on earth and we're in these earthly bodies, it's just temporary. Just like a tent is temporary. It's not built to last. It is built to endure, but it can only endure so much. And just seeing his strength and his ability to eulogize his sister, somehow I found peace in that. And that's when I realized I wasn't there because I wasn't meant to be there. It was not meant for me to be there. That was not my assignment. And I have to be busy about my assignment. And though I loved her and I loved her dearly and I will miss her. And someone else said to me, "She's just happy you here today." Because she is, and I'm sure she is. I'm sure she was just glad to see all of us there celebrating her life today. So that's where I was meant to be. When it was time for me to find out, when it was time for me to be involved, I was there. And that's what I want all of us as caregivers to realize is that caregiving is not everybody's assignment. It's not. So don't be upset with your brother who ain't coming around and helping out. It's not his assignment. When God has something for him to do, God will bring him and will have him to do that if he's obedient, of course. And if he's not obedient, that's not your worry anyway. You just might be mindful of doing what you're called to do. You be mindful of doing what God leads you to do because there's a blessing in that. Just like I care for my sister, just like that young man had to eulogize his sister today. Those were our assignments. It wasn't my assignment to be there to take care of her. It just wasn't. And I found peace finally, and I forgave myself for not being there for her. And so let's learn to forgive ourselves, but let's learn to understand that God knows best. He knows better than all of us. So when someone is in need, He knows who to send to them. So if it's not you, it's okay. You'll get the call when it's time. If it is you, I encourage you to answer it. Well, continue to be blessed. I love y'all. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon.